Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, I missed this one. I had read on it earlier, but today is primary day in Colorado, which means Lauren Boebert, who is left District 3 to go run in District 4, and even redder district that she was in before. Okay, background. Lauren Boebert was in District 3, a very safe red district, and she almost lost the election in 2022 by a handful of votes. Looking at that, in order to celebrate her victory, she decided to go to a Beetlejuice performance that got caught on, that she didn't realize, I guess, that the theater had really, really good infrared cameras that see really well in the dark. Got caught basically lying about her behavior, lying about vaping, lying about everything, getting all huffy and stuff like, do you know who I am type of thing. Then gets into altercations with her soon-to-be, if not already, ex-husband. Her son's been in legal trouble. You know, just an absolute train wreck of a personal life. So she leaves District 3 to go to District 4, an even wealthier, even redder district, relying on the fact that she's got money and name recognition to get elected as the rep in that district. The other candidates, including one MAGA member, there were like 5 or 6 people in this crowded Republican field, know that if you win the primary, you have a really good chance of winning the general election in that district because it's so heavily red. They basically look at her as a carpetbagger. She doesn't live in that district. She says she'll move to that district if she wins the primary. That's great. But when I've read on this before, the energy like 6-8 weeks ago, I had Lauren Boebert finishing up very comfortable 3rd place. There were some other, I think Bo, the 5th column, actually said polling was showing when they called people who they might vote for, her name recognition was getting her very high on the polls. Now, mind you, it was like 300 or 400 people that they called. And when I looked up a story really quickly just now, it said so far, number of ballots returned so far in the primary election, less than 19% of the active voters in Colorado. So this primary is not a big turnout, which could probably benefit her because she has big name recognition. But it's also just sort of saying that the Republican voters who usually show up for primaries and stuff like that, they aren't very excited. And this is why the Democrats are excited that if she gets the nomination, they feel like their candidate, their internal polling is showing their candidate polls very strongly against her, and they may be able to get this seat. So let's look at Lauren Boebert in the primary that's happening today. Will Lauren Boebert win the Republican primary in District 4 in Colorado? Entertainment purposes only. We've got the Justice card. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to know soon enough. This is kind of a double-edged sword here. First off is, if you don't go out and vote, you don't get to complain about who you elect on your primary as your primary candidate. The other thing is, probably there's going to be no claims of voter fraud going on in here. But I think also a third way to look at this is when I was telling you about a less than 20% turnout so far of all voters, the folks in Colorado are not excited, especially in District 4. They're not excited by this candidate. Crossed by the Temperance card. Justice crossed by Temperance. Detoxification. It might have helped that Lauren Boebert's troubles were months ago. And people are starting to forget. Forgive and forget type of thing here. But underneath it, though, is the 5 of Coins, the being left out in the cold. We'll see where we go with this. It's kind of funny. Again, in my previous readings, I was saying, kind of the thought was she needs to spend more time with her family. Her family's a train wreck. So it's almost like if people don't vote for her, it's not only is she an outsider, a carpetbagger coming in, but it's like, do we want this level of drama representing us? She should be, her priority should be with her family right now. You know, there are plenty of people that can govern our district and represent us well, but there are only a few people qualified to help her family through the mess that they're going through right now. In the past is the Ace of Cups. Lauren Boebert, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's one of these social media style House members who rely more on arguing and outrage and stuff like that to get in there. This just might be, the Justice card might be, you know, you're going to get what you deserve type of thing. Current situation, the Celebration. I might take that back. 3. I had mentioned that she finishes a solid 3rd place. She might very well win this. It might be down to 3 people, but I don't think they have runoffs. I think, you know, she certainly was celebrated in District 3, and until she wasn't, and now she's going to District 4. Overarching energy is winner takes all, ruthlessness, no surrender given type of thing. The lesson to be learned is the King of Cups, emotional maturity. I'm going after mine, but emotional maturity. Outcome is the illusion and delusion card. Okay, I'm not getting a strong feel for this. This is more telling me, it's like, you know, the voters are going to get what they, you know, duh, you suffer the consequences of who you vote. And who turns out. Looking at this would tell me she's celebrating. She's happy. You know, hooray, we got this. And like, you know, basically the other folks never stood a chance because of her name recognition. But she's got to go up against a mature Democrat. And, you know, in some ways, I think she's going to win. I had her finishing 3rd place a while ago. But this is kind of like, you know, if this is who the Republicans want to put up there, if they want to put up a Looney Tune, then it's going to motivate the Democrats out there, and she may not win the general election. Now, mind you, this was the primary election, so let's do a little 4-carder, because this might also talk about, I think this encompasses the general too. Well, this just got a little more complicated. This was supposed to be a short reading. Now I got 2 more questions. Okay, first off, 4-carder, will Lauren Boebert win the primary, the Republican primary, in District 4 of Colorado, which the voting is happening today? It just sounds, well, it just depends on who gets out and votes. Well, duh. You know, that's not, I mean, I think that's what the message was. And to us, we can give a spirit a collective, well, duh. So yeah, again, if turnout is low, it's the motivated people. It's the people that are motivated to go out on their summer to vote. And does Lauren Boebert inspire that passion in people? Is she going to win? The Magician card. That seems like a yes. Ace of Swords. 7 of Wands. 8 of Swords. Those all look like real positive cards here. Whether it's illusion or real, is she going to win it? Yeah, I think she's going to win it this time. She's pulled a rabbit out of her hat. Espousing family values, because of which she has none. It's just her... She's fighting from advantage because of her name recognition. I just don't... none of the other candidates inspired the voters. So they're gonna hang their hat with this person, but they're also stuck with this person. So there's that. So the energy has evolved, and I think whereas before I had Lauren Boebert finishing a solid third place, I believe now that as we are here on election day, she's actually going to pull this out. Now, the question is, for Carter, will she win the primary? Well, if she wins the primary, will she win the general election in November? Mind you, again, this is a huge red district, like plus 20 type red district. This is about as red as they come. Will she win the general election come November 2024? Queen of Cups. Keeping a lid on things. A lot of money. Association with Trump. That's going to play a big part of this. Is her association with Trump. And there's that winner takes all. And that Three of Cups again. Underneath, she's got that primary win, and it looks like right now, in the way too early to read that, I think she will win in November. If she wins the primary, I think as the energy stands now, she'll win in November. She's tied her wagon to Trump. That will probably pull her across the finish line in this district. But again, the district will be stuck with her if she wins. Now, I think part of it is that she brings a lot of money in with her to help her to get through with this. But there's going to be problems with her, as there are with everything. All right. But again, I'm not going to put too much credence in that one. We're looking at stuff 5 months away, which is why I'm not reading on the elections now, because pretty much anything can happen with regards to that. So we'll let time play out. But I do think she's going to win her primary today. And I'm totally okay being wrong with this. So we'll see if I hit it. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.